All right, hello kiddos. So I wanted to take a minute and go over those pre-quiz practice questions with you for the proportional pattern. So this was based off of the question of how does the number of cell phones you sold weekly at a mall affect your paycheck? So we had a link to Desmos, so hopefully you click that, open it up, and put your data in there. If you did, this is what you should have off to the left. And it says upload a screenshot into the question below. I did not do that. Oops, my bad. But here is my quiz graph. All right, so then it says write out your mathematical model for the situation. And this is where I know a couple of y'all reached out and said, how do I know what my mathematical model is? Well, it's the equation that best fits that data. So as you move that A slider bar, and I know it's not at the top like it was in other ones, but you had to search for it a little bit, then which of those lines fits through the majority of those data points? Well, purple line is out, it's resting on the bottom. Green didn't do anything. And blue does not fit it. So again, we're looking at this red line, which should make sense. We are looking at this proportional linear type pattern. And the equation that best fits it is right here. So P, which is the number, your paycheck, is equal to A, which is right here. So 2 times the number of cell phones plus 20. So it's kind of like saying you're going to have a base salary of 20, and then you will get 2 times the number of cell phones that you sell, and that will make up your total paycheck. So took that equation and moved it over, inserted what the A value was, and then I also wrote out what it looked like so you could see it in more detail. Your paycheck is 2 times number of cell phones sold plus 20. So then we get to question 3, and this is saying use your graph from Desmos, which, okay. Predict the paycheck for 45 cell phones sold. Well, you can take it and you can plug it into this equation and come up with your answer. So what will your paycheck be if you sell 45 cell phones? 45 times 2 plus 20 is going to give you that value. So pause the video. If you haven't already calculated it, take a minute to calculate it. All righty, and we're back. Hopefully my math is correct. 2 times 45 is 90, plus 20 is 110. So then, how confident are you in your prediction to the previous question and why? So how confident are you of what your paycheck will be if you sell 45 cell phones? So we go back to your Desmos and figure out where 45 is on your graph. And if it is within your data range, just outside of your data range, or way outside of your data range. So that's going to help with this top row. And hopefully you're able to see that it's not within your data range and it's not way outside. So therefore it falls into this category. And then the other consideration is where that best fit line lies on your data points. So do the data points lie right on the best fit line? Are they close to it, or are they way outside? They're right on it. So then hopefully that leads you to the medium high prediction, and you bring in both of those considerations. So medium high, because the best fit line goes through the center of all of the data points, and because the predicted value is near the data range. And then question number 5 is saying, all right, so let's compare the two. This should look familiar to your Desmos with the ball on the floor if you had a chance to compare it with somebody else. Your slope would be different than somebody else's slope, especially if you did the A graph and somebody else did the B graph. So hopefully from this, you can look and compare a couple points. I shouldn't even say points. I should say like number of cell phones, because we can use where the line hits. It doesn't have to be that we're comparing this point to this point. That wouldn't work. So let's say we compare at 10 cell phones, what the paycheck is going to be. So for employee B, or the blue line here, bluish purple line, with 10 cell phones sold, they earn about $25. Whereas the orange line, or the red line here, when they sell 10 cell phones, they're going to earn $50. So now we can take that and pull that into a claim, evidence, and reasoning statement, where the claim is that, hopefully y'all got it, employee A is going to be able to earn a car faster than employee B because they're earning more money at a faster rate. All right. Then we have, what is our evidence? Pick a point and compare those two different data sets. So mine was 10 cell phones. So when both employee A and B sell 10 cell phones, employee B is going to earn $25, where employee A is going to earn $50. All right. And then the reasoning there. So when we compare the data in the graphs, we can see that employee A earns double the income for their cell phone sales when compared to employee B, meaning that they have double the earning potential in their lifetime. So it's taking what we know from the evidence and turning it into a statement that makes sense within our brain. All right. So take a minute to look this over. You can compare it with your peers. You can talk about it, discuss it with your neighbors for a minute, and ask each other some questions. Hopefully this video, though, answers a lot of the questions you may have had. And for the remainder of today, y'all are going to have the option. Let's see, you did this. I made a video for you today going over the data and Desmos. But yes, here's the practice quiz video. All right. Bye.